Hey Lunarticks, these readings are for anyone who identifies as a Leo or finds themselves drawn to the Leo energy during November 2018. More specifically, we are looking at this last week in November. Hopefully we can get some of the cards in the shop for you, Leo. I've been struggling with that. And we are going to do 2 readings for you today. Since it's so late in the month, Leo, before you are getting a reading, I want to do 2 for you. And the first reading will look back at the beginning of November, as well as what the full moon in Gemini has had to offer you so far. It will also let through any messages that need to come through, and could be thought of as just like a general reading. And we'll also see where we're headed in December. Then the second reading will be about love life messages specifically. Although in general, both readings have just kind of been doing whatever they want, right? And it looks like throughout the beginning of November, you have the 4 of Wands energy, Leo. Like you've been enjoying a stable, comfortable, happy home and family life leading up to and beginning this holiday season and winter for those of us in the US, at least. And your subconscious is the world in this space, this happy home. You're feeling, knowing really on a deep level that you can do, or manifest is the word, but whatever you like. And I think you're taking time to celebrate what you've recently accomplished leading up to this season. Or that's what you were doing as we moved into the Gemini full moon, and probably have continued to do. You need to, at least in your subconscious, you know that you need to celebrate your recent accomplishments before embarking on your next journey or task. And you are headed on one, Leos. A lot of you are realizing that you're not meant for the path that you've been on and that you've been thinking you were meant for, right? A lot of you are thinking that you're on a path of directly saving people. Okay, so for some of you, what that means is you're trying to save a particular person, or maybe partner, or family member, friend who's in need, something like that. But for others, what I mean is you're doing work where you are directly saving people in some way, health profession, or for example, a firefighter, or I don't know, probably just physically in person saving people, right? And this journey that some of you are going on is about the fact that you have a destiny that lies in another direction. And you can feel that you have this really powerful potential that you can create, again, whatever future you want. You can go in whatever direction you want. You can do whatever you want. You can feel that power. It's probably especially this month in this stable, happy, comfortable environment, surrounded by family, feeling safe, and again, just happy. So when you're relaxed in that state, I'm sure a lot of those potential paths, available options to you have, really illuminated themselves. It's become apparent. how powerful your own potential is. And for a lot of you, you're discovering that and enjoying that among family members, friends that aren't exactly agreeing with you, probably about the journey that I'm talking about you going on. Some messages came through before recording, which is what this has just reminded me of for you, Leos. And my guess is that the other direction that you are destined to go in, those of you that this message is for, is probably something creative, because work, healing, or saving people in any direct form, like we were talking about, is so commendable, so noble, so beautiful, so wonderful. And I'm not trying to deter anyone from doing that. If that's what your soul and heart yearns for, then of course do what you feel you're meant to do. But like I said, a lot of you are feeling that there's powerful potential for you to create a destiny in a different direction. And the message that came through before recording for you was actually that your destiny is in that other direction. And like I said, my guess is it's something creative, because that's also healing for people. You could heal a lot more people on a greater scale in a different way, right? So it's not far at all from what you may already be doing. You just were thinking of being a hero for someone or some people in a certain particular way, and you have this other option. And again, you can feel that potential. Others around you may not be agreeing with you about you exploring this other path. But I do get the feeling you are about to take some time, steal some time if you have to do that, to explore that other path. And it may mean, these feuds with people close to you, with people who don't agree. It can be thought of as ego drama, what we see in this photo here. Usually in its root, it's disagreements because of deep-seated beliefs, probably beliefs that took root in childhood. And at first, these people may just not support you exploring this other path, and they may, be sort of playful and joking about being unsupportive, but it can, for some of you this week, become unfriendly, more than unfriendly. But you have a new love in your life that is supporting whatever it is that you decide to do this week, Leos. Whether it is, deciding to what journey you may embark on next, what you may be questioning about your career, or just continuing to, as I said, enjoy the accomplishments that you've reached so far. I think it's during that celebration, again, that time of relaxation, that you are able to explore these other options, even just mentally and verbally at first. And it looks like you love this idea, this other path, this other potential destiny, this other pursuit of yours, truly love it. And so that may, in spite of the fact that you're afraid to manifest it, it's like you can, and you're afraid to manifest it. But in spite of your own fear and the fact that people around you may not agree that you should be exploring the path, let alone going down it, it looks like that true love that you have for it may be enough to overcome those fears and those other unsupportive energies, and take you toward this other mysterious destiny. As a reader reading your story, I want to see you go down that mysterious path, right? But, of course, it's your choice. as long as you remember that you have one always. That's the most important part. And you are afraid, a little, you know, you have some reservations about just about exploring something that feels less certain. Reservations about allowing your emotions and creativity and intuition and curiosity to lead the way. What if that jeopardizes this stable environment that you so enjoy, that has in fact been what's afforded you the time and relaxed state of mind required to even entertain these ideas? Are they too fantastical? Or for some of you, is it actually literally a Pisces energy that you're afraid of interfering with your decision on this matter? Could be a Pisces close to you who is part of this feud, this picture that it wants to influence, at least, if not outright control the decision. And you have the Two of Wands showing again as what you're hoping for. And this is what one of the energies that came up for you before recording that I was talking about coming through, which speaks of that powerful potential, the ability to create one's own destiny, and to do so in the name of a completely unique and original vision that individual has. This is what you're hoping for, and yet I feel like most of you Leos know you have this already, and so you can begin to plan. Now, that said, currently this week, you know, throughout the time of the Gemini full moon, and even following it if need be, and if you want to, I do encourage, and you know, always see need for, again, celebration of what you have accomplished up to now, this year, this season, whatever you've previously been working on before you, again, embark on this big journey in a different direction, possibly for a lot of you. And I get the feeling that even those of you who decide to stay on the path that you're on, you still have a journey ahead of you. You're choosing. You have potential in both directions. You're creating your destiny. I think a lot of you Leos, though, you're going for it. You're going for the new, mysterious, unknown, possibly creative. It feels creative and spiritual to you, that other direction. Again, in spite of your own fear, in spite of unsupportive energies around you. And it may take you the month of December to gather the tools that you need to go in a completely new direction, right? You have to allow for time for that, but it looks like at some point in December, certainly starting the new year, you do have all of the tools that you need to create whatever it is that you want. Again, whichever direction you choose to go in, you are creating your destiny. But it looks like the one that you do choose offers you this emotional fulfillment that we see pictured in the Ten of Cups, possibly indicating that it puts you on a path to meet someone you can have that shared fulfillment with, that the Ten of Cups always denotes for me. 10-10 may be particularly significant to you this week, Leos. This week or in the coming month. Whereas in your near future, we do have another 10 showing in the reading, and it is the 10 of Wands. Overwhelmed, overburdened. I imagine because your happy home is full of you're in a stable, happy, comfortable environment, but it's been it's infiltrated with at least thoughts of, if not actual visits from, these energies that are unsupportive of the new direction you're considering currently. And you know, you love this thing. It's an opportunity for true happiness. That's what the Ace of Cups says to me. An opportunity for true happiness. It is only just a seed, as the aces are. You have to water it. You have to nurture it. You have to help it grow. You have to choose that that's, you know, what you want to do. It may be a brand new love or a renewed love for something that you've always done as a hobby or something like that. It's an opportunity for intense sharing. So maybe what's giving you strength this week is the opportunity to share this love, this work with these, this new path, this other potential destiny, to share what it's like or what you love about it with these people that are unsupportive in some way. If you feel like that's, you know, that's something that you need to do to try to gain their support. A lot of you probably will just move forward, offering your heartfelt expression in the direction that you want to go, regardless of whether you have their support or not. Because I see, like I said, so for some of you, you are afraid of a specific Pisces energy around you being particularly unsupportive of you at this time. But for others, I see this fear as you being afraid to make an offer of yourself, your time, your energy, your life, even in the direction that would put you in the space to have whatever you want. I know I said that I said you already feel like you're in that space. It's on a continuum. So you know you can go in this direction. But if you don't actually choose that direction, you won't ever fully realize it, right? So you know you have that potential. You can, like I said, you can feel that powerful potential. And this is in your fear position. And I feel like a lot of you are afraid to make this heartfelt expression, creative expression. You're timid to make this offer of yourself in the direction that would mean realizing all of that potential that you can feel you have, right? And then yet here's the Knight of Cups in the final outcome. At the end of the week, moving into December, is this heartfelt expression, this offer. Maybe from those energies around you, maybe some of them do change their tune and decide to be supportive, which is lovely. Or it's a creative expression of your own. I think for a lot of you in the direction of the new, different, mysterious destiny. And again, it's your choice. It's up to you, each of you as individuals. And I do feel that it will probably be a 50-50 split. Some Leos are going in the new direction, and some of you are sticking with what you, not what you know, but what where you are, who you're with, what you've been doing. Not because you don't want to branch out or learn anything new, it's just you have your reasons. It's different for each of you. But in general, as I said, there's this fear of rocking the boat when you already have this stable, happy, comfortable home and possibly partner and family life as well that goes right along with it. I am going to draw you one advice card, Leos, from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, and then I'm sure that will be a unifying message as well as give us a piece of advice. And then the Counselor in its blocked position. This is comparable to the Knight of Cups that we see in your outcome. It's upright in the outcome. Your advice is this. It's not the same card, but it's that same position, only in reverse. Interesting. We also have the Ace of Cups reversed, or the Ace of Water in this deck. Another flipped card that I also felt wanted to show. And the Seven of Air, or Swords, on the bottom of the deck. As I said, I did feel like you would probably be stealing time for exploring this other potential of yours. And you have so much potential to go in any direction you want. Let's read about the Counselor in its blocked position, right from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot guidebook. Yeah. So in its blocked position, it can signify a lack of empathy and understanding, or an unwillingness to listen and hear what's being said where yours or another feelings are concerned. Are you being unsympathetic? Are you being unsympathetic? I'm sorry if this music has been too loud. I lose track of it. And rigid when compassion is needed. Are you allowing your feelings to get in the way of a resolution or forgiveness? Are you allowing your feelings to make you deaf and blind to another person's thoughts and feelings? Be receptive instead of rejecting. You don't have to agree, but at this time it is important that you listen. This card is calling on you to remain objective and empathetic for both yourself and others. You may need to be particularly empathetic toward your own plight at this time if, other energies around you with that Five of Wands are not wanting to allow you to explore your own, potential paths. But for others, I hear that message as you may not want to allow yourself to get distracted by engaging in those disagreements with them too much. It's your decision, it's your choice, it's your life, and ultimately you can do whatever you want. But if you're scared to make that decision or go in that new direction, you can also choose to procrastinate or get really caught up in arguing with relatives or friends who don't actually get to choose at the end of the day or the end of the week what you do. And you can just sort of pretend that they do have a say, pretend that their lack of support makes the decision for you, and blame it on someone else in that way that you don't explore this possibility. I'm not saying that that's what all Leos are going to do. I'm saying that's, human nature. We can sort of try to put something off and put it on someone else just because we're afraid to deal with it. So for some of you, it's offer an empathetic ear and to yourself, because other energies around you won't be empathetic or sympathetic to your plight. But for some, it's offer that empathetic and sympathetic ear to them so you can just hear them out and end the argument as quickly as possible. Hear what they're saying, acknowledge that you heard what they're saying, and then end it quickly. And you'll know how, because you were listening. And end the conversation if they're not going to be supportive, instead of allowing it to distract you, right? Instead of allowing it to become an excuse for why you don't explore something that is potentially your destiny. And I do believe that we all, once awake and exercising free will on a regular basis, I do believe that we all can create any destiny that we choose. This may be the one, though, Leos, that is your heart and soul's truest, deepest, scariest desire, because, you know, you've been dreaming of it for a long time, or it touches you on a level that nothing else does. Don't deprive your soul the opportunity to explore this potential. There's this energy within you, buzzing throughout you, that wants to be let out at something, in some direction, and this could be the healthiest potential for you. I want to say this could be the one that really uses all of that energy in the way that it's, again, meant to be. And yet we do have that free will, and it is our choice. Okay, so with that, we will move on to your love life reading, Leos. Going to try to make this somewhat concise, because it is already almost 30 minutes in. I will have information about all of these decks in the description of this video, and as always. And we are moving on to the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. For your love life reading. Love life messages for Leo in November 2018. Actually, from November 25th through December 1st, 2018. Okay. Destiny and fate is showing up again. In this reading, you didn't see it, but the Destiny card is one of the messages that came out for you from the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck when I was meditating and shuffling with all the decks before recording. This is amazing, Leo. Here you are. Here's any energy you're dealing with at this time, and here's where you're headed. The Fool card, the Wheel of Fortune card, and the Star card all coming out upright for you. So you do have a new beginning currently that you're experiencing currently, or are in deep within Aries energy. Whether, and that may, for some of you, I can tell, it may definitely be connected to the first message. If you are involved with someone at this time, well, whether you are or not, whatever you're experiencing in your love life, it is fated. So destiny is sprinkled all throughout your life now, or you may be thinking of both of these messages as related to the same topic, like I said. But for those of you who are involved with someone significant at this time, whether it's an Aries or Aquarius or not, whomever it is fated, meant to be, destined. Now that doesn't mean some of those relationships will be long lasting, others are only destined to be in your life for a time, right? It looks like in the recent past, you all were juggling options, maybe stalling even. It looks like in the root of the situation regarding your love life, you have known for some time now that you had everything that you needed in order to make an offer to a worthy partner, and maybe had many options from with many different types of partners, and or at least two, and we're just trying to decide who you should make the offer to. And whether or not you have a new beginning now with one of those people or someone who surprised you, in any case, the relationship you're engaging in now is fated and meant to be. This is the time for that relationship. And for some of you, I may mean with yourself. Some of you are getting in touch with air sign qualities within your own self at this time. You have the King of Swords showing up in your crowning thoughts. I will try to get this in view for you. And you're realizing you're wanting to be the type of partner who does not let your partner down. Maybe some of you may be taking that to an extreme. You may be thinking, I never want to let them down. And we have to keep in mind we're human, of course, right? But you're certainly thinking that you want a very honest partnership. Now, I could be talking about qualities that you're working on developing in yourself at this time, or qualities that you're wanting matched, that you see in yourself and you want matched in a partner at this time. It may be, for those of you who are enjoying a happy new beginning with something that you know, believe to be destined and fated for you, are actually happy to be realizing those qualities are matched in this person. And in the near future, by the end of this week, you're sure that you're ready to give up your independence to be with this person. Even if this is brand new, it may have just started recently. You're already certain this looks like the one to you right now. And again, if you're choosing yourself, I could be talking about that path, that mysterious destined path that showed up in the first reading. You know, if you're choosing a relationship with yourself, it could be like, this is the one. As far as paths, this is the path for me. And in that case, if that's the case, it may have something to do with you, like owning your own business or doing something creative. In either case, if we're talking about, you know, a destined path, you're choosing, not a person, and that's just for some, then it may not grant you the financial independence that you're hoping for immediately. Not by the end of this week, anyway. You're not going to start seeing return yet. Not on the path that you're on now. Not what's showing up here. But for others, for most Leos, what I'm looking at is, like I said, this person that you feel like you're supposed to be with right now, that you're enjoying this new beginning with, you're ready in the near future. You feel mentally ready, even if you're not verbalizing it, but in your heart and mind, you're ready to give up your independence. And there is advice here to water this seed, that this is an offering from the divine, a gift, potential to manifest something in your earthly realm, something in your physical realm, something that's real, something that will be present every day, that will be tangible, that will be rewarding, that you will see the results from, you'll be able to touch and feel. For some of you, I guess I'm saying that because you've had partners in the past who you couldn't be near or weren't with all the time for some reason, who didn't maybe spend enough time with you or something like that. And this person is a gift for you because, and you can see that because this is someone who will show up, who will stick around, who will be there, who will be present, and the relationship will be real. And the two of you will manifest wealth and abundance together. The other piece of advice, though, is the Three of Pentacles in reverse, indicating that there will be some hard work involved that isn't your favorite part of this. Again, whether we're talking about a path or a person. And here again is this gift from Spirit, with the Star card showing up in your near future as well. And the advice is to take it, with the Ace of Pentacles showing up in your advice. This is also, this new path or person offers you a hope for something that I think a lot of you didn't think was real, could be real anymore. Have faith in it. You do. You, in the near future, ending this week at least, you have such faith in it. And again, path or person. And it rejuvenates you. This fated encounter, whether it's time to yourself, choosing a new path, or choosing a new path with a new person, it's right on time, and it rejuvenates you, rejuvenates your belief in certainly love of a certain type. And at some point in December, that's going to completely transform you as well. Completely transform you, completely transform your life. Some of you, because you are choosing this new path with someone else or on your own, and accepting this offer, accepting this gift from Spirit, this divine union for some of you, Leos. This divine gift, we'll just say, whether it's to spend time alone and creating your new chosen destiny, or a new beginning with someone that you didn't think could be real anymore. In any case, it completely revamps your life in December at some point. For some of you, where you thought you'd be leaving, you'll be staying. But you're certainly shedding an old way of thinking and being. Definitely. You are Leos, going to be someone new going into the new year. And I know so many of us are willing to, embrace that energy, right? New year, new you, and setting our intentions, our resolutions. So this energy has been building all year, and you're ready for that magical switch to flip, to make this, to make that happen, to push you over the edge, to allow that to happen. The Self card in reverse out of the Dreams of Gaia Tarot as a unifying message again, and a piece of, another piece of advice, I'm sure. The Ten of Cups is on the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Water in this deck, and it's in its reverse position. Okay, we are going to read directly from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot about the Self card. Just to tie it all together, I feel like the message has come through for us, but I'm sure this will add something lovely to consider. Like I said, another piece of advice as well. For some of you, this union, though it is divine and fated and healing and a gift, there is still the danger of rushing into it too quickly. You're ready to give up your independence. You're ready to give up your individual self to share a space and a life with someone, a lot of you, or at least are ready to have faith in that potential, take a chance, begin walking down that path in the hopes that that's where it's leading, right? And as lovely as all that you've built for yourself is, as sturdy and strong as it is, any human, we're all in danger of losing ourselves to some extent when we rush into a relationship and a union, no matter how divine, with another, which can negate the purpose and sort of take us back to square one, right? But that is just what I was picking up from the Self card and my inability to find it there for a second. What the guidebook has to say about this is that it represents a need for you to look within and ask if you are embracing other people's beliefs and behaviors in order to belong. Going along with a herd mentality can make you predictable and lead others to have certain expectations of you, especially if you are predisposed to follow their lead or do as they do without question. Humans have always formed tribes and communities. We are social animals that seek out others in order to feel protected and understood, but while we are and always will be part of a collective, we are also unique and individual beings who have evolved to a point where we have the freedom to be different. If we have the courage and desire to do so, in fact, we have the freedoms that we do. If we have the courage and desire to do so. In fact, we have the freedoms that we do because generations before ours have defied convention and tradition, broken laws, and fought for their right to be free thinking. That fight is ongoing as people continue to evolve, and each tribe demands to have the same rights and privileges as their neighboring tribe. Monkey see, monkey do. It is said that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but there are many who do not see imitation as flattery in any form. Rather, they see it as the act of someone who seeks to curry favor or approval, or of someone who is unable or afraid to think for themselves. Okay. So think for yourself. Stand on your own 2 feet. Be innovative and original instead of doing what everyone else is doing. It does not serve you to believe what others tell you to believe, nor to do as others do, unless you truly do believe as they do and share the same values. If you want to belong, do not try to make yourself fit by being the same as others when you know that you are different. Be who you are. Respect who you are. then you will draw to you those who are similar, who will respect you and whom you will also respect, because like you, other free-thinking independent people are busy walking their own path. So there was definitely a message of advice that needed to come through there clearly for people who are associating this love message with their destiny, their path, with choosing this new way, this new mysterious life. It's completely unique. It's totally unique to you. You haven't seen someone do exactly what you're going to do, or maybe haven't seen them do it at all. It's just yours. But there's also, I also hear a message here for those of you who did resonate with it as a message about a partnership that's new. In addition to there being a danger of rushing in too fast and losing part of yourself, there's a danger of being so certain that this person is the one for you, that you're meant for them, and wanting so desperately to convey that you're willing to do what it takes to be with them, that in a confused rush of hormones and emotions and excitement, you could bury parts of yourself, agree with them even just a little too often, jump to drawing comparisons between things that the two of you like to do that are the same. Oh, me too, me too, me too. That gets old really fast, and it seems inauthentic and ingenuine and put on. And I know some of you are rolling your eyes and saying, you know, I'm not an amateur, you know, who are you talking to? But it can be with the best of intent and from friendly energies who only mean to show you that they want to be around you, but it can just be too much. And if that person likes you, liked you at any point, they want to spend time with you. They want to see you. If they're worth your time, then they're not so foolish as to believe that they're going to meet someone exactly like them, and probably, if they're like you, don't want to be with someone exactly like them. You know, we're all individuals, as this was saying, and we know that. We expect that. We want to learn from our partner often, right? We want to be exposed to new, exciting things together. And that depends on you as an individual too, how much you want to be like your partner and how many things you want in common. That's opinion. But that's just a piece of advice for some who may fall prey to that when they become a little too excited or eager, or maybe for those who haven't experienced a draw and a love and an attraction like this yet, so they just lose themselves in that commotion. And you know, if you have tendencies like that, right? So it's just a warning to heed for some, but we will leave it at that since we're already so far in. I'm sorry. I want to apologize for them being so long, but it just seems to be the way they turn out, especially with 2 readings. In any case, thank you so much, Leos, for checking the reading out, for liking and subscribing. If you do, if you haven't, I really appreciate that, as I also appreciate the messages and shares and comments, emails. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the donations and the orders. I am truly grateful for each and every one of our energy exchanges here. I can't thank you enough. And what else did I want to mention? Oh, if you would like a private reading, just scroll down to the description below. Check out my about section on my YouTube channel, or the banner. All the links are there. Or you can just email me at LunarticksTarot@gmail.com and we can talk about your options. If your question, though, is about the free readings, I can answer that for you now. I've mentioned it in all of my readings for a while, but once more, I'll just say I did have to take a break on those. I will be starting them back up again in the first half of next year. But until then, yes, there is a less expensive option. It's not a pre-recorded video. It's just through questions answered in an email form, and I also send you pictures of the spread. So again, you can check that out down below in the description. And otherwise, I love you very much, Leos. I loved reading for you, and I will post another tarot fix for you very soon.